So yeah, today's tutorial, that means the format is going to be similar to our previous tutorials. So I will implement something in front of you guys, and you guys can repeat what I'm doing, okay? So today we are going to build another website. So here, what's happening is that you can write comments here, so like some text. And if you submit, then it's going to be appended here. Okay, so your comments is going to be stacked at the bottom. Makes sense? Since it is quite easier than the previous one, but what we want to actually do is to maintain these comments forever. Okay, even if you kind of refresh the website, I want these comments to be maintained. Okay, I'll get to it later. So today's topic is database. And let's start with very boring concept. So here, database is a collection of data. Okay, if there is a collection of data here, there, it's all about database. Okay, but here one thing you need to remember is that database is data, not the software. Okay, database is a collection of data, not the software. All right, we refer to data as a database, and we call database management system as a software. All right, so DBMS, we call it DBMS, is a software that allows users to manage databases. So here, manage means maybe this DBMS allows users to get some data and put some data, something like that. All right. So there is two different concepts: database and DBMS. And what are some existing database management systems that you guys are aware of? Is there any? MySQL, MySQL, yes. Postgres, wow. MongoDB, wow, fantastic. All right, so Oracle, MySQL, or IBM DB2, these are all great examples of DBMS. And today we are going to focus on this Firebase. It's another kind of DBMS. Okay. So what this Firebase does is to allow us, we are the user of the database system, right? To allow us to get some data or put some data into our database. All right. So here's our example. So let's say we already built this website with HTML and JavaScript without any database, all right? Database systems. Then what's happening here is that user put some comment here. This is my comment, and click submit. Then what's happening is here is the table, all right? So I will append this string at the bottom of this table. This is exactly what we did for second tutorial, right? We're going to append this comment into the bottom of this table. Okay, that's easy. And we can keep doing this. Like the return is coming, it's commenting UI and say blah blah blah. And suddenly, I mentioned you before, I want this comment to be maintained, right? But suddenly, by mistake, you put refresh button of your website. Then what's happening? Boom. It's going to be removed. And you know why? Why it's going to be removed after refreshing it? Sorry? It is not stored to somewhere. Then where is it? Where was it stored? Browser. Yeah, these data were stored in your browser memory. Okay, in the memory. These data was stored in the memory. But what's happening is if you refresh, the data in the memory is all gone. That's the issue. Okay. So here, the lesson is that we have to store our data to somewhere else to make it maintained. Does it make sense? So our question is, how can we save the current comments so that it stays in after refreshing? That's our question. And that's actually exactly what you guys need to do in the PR3. Alright? So this tutorial is highly related to the PR3, so you need to keep an eye on it. So, what could be an idea to make it maintained? Maybe the solution is use a database, but database system, but no. What is the simple solution you can think of? Sorry? Cooking? Oh, that's quite hard. But yeah, I didn't say it is that wrong. But there's very simple way to support it. Just make a file in your local storage. Okay. So let's say we can make a log.txt here, and whenever we use this website, first load some comments from our text file and present it. All right. So use this local file could be an idea, and it is stored not in the memory but in our disk, right? So it can be maintained. So what's happening is, let's say we put, this is my comment, and it's gonna be here. At the same time, we store the information that this user submitted, this is my comment, in our file. All right, in our text file. And the midterm is coming also, it's gonna be logged in our file, all right? And suddenly, by mistake, this user put refresh button, but this information in the file is still there, right? Since it is not in the memory, but in our disk, right? Even if you restart your computer, your files are there, yeah, right? That's the same thing. So these are in the disk. So after so we have this file. So if we open our website, then this website can basically read this file, and we can restore the previous state, right? Yeah, seems it is okay, but what's the problem? Yes.
You can manipulate the behavior of the website.
So by modifying this file, yeah, that's the issue. So what he's saying is this user can directly modify this log file, so he can kind of manipulate this website. Can be true. Other thoughts? So yeah, what he's saying is, let's say there is two computers. Then if you interact with this computer, then in this computer you cannot see the log, right? Could be other problem and other medium. The same one, right? So yeah, that was exactly what I was concerning. So let's say we have two computers, and here the scenario is a bit different. So let's say this is person A and this is person B. And person A is so proud of this website. Oh, you know what? I built this such an amazing website. And he wanna kind of show off to his friend. Okay, that should not happen, but so this person now the person B use the website, and you know what? Here's our URL. So please visit. Then what happens? What happens? For this guy, there's gonna be no comments at all, right? Because all comments are stored in this local file, but this guy has no local file there. How to solve this? It's gonna be tricky. What is the? It's gonna be very straightforward solution. Yeah, maybe this person can send a file as well, right? Then it seems it's working, but actually it's not, because as they interact with websites, it's gonna be different. right? So it is not a fundamental solution. Then how to do that? The fundamental solution here is that these two guys should see the same data, right? The reason this causes the problem is that their actual data is different, right? That causes the problem. So fundamental solution here is that they should see the same database, same data, right? So the person A wrote this comment, this is my comment, and then it gives the data to our database system. This is the icon of database system. So here, a user submitted, this is my comment. And midterm is coming as well. This user submitted, the midterm is coming. And then, for this user, now, this user can see the exactly same data, right? So once this person B opened the website, then we can exactly restore the previous steps, right? So this is the solution. So the fundamental solution here is that we should use the same, database for all the users to make sure that they see the same status of the website. Okay. So here the problem is, how do we set this? How do we set these database systems up? How do we set up this database? Is now the problem, right? So here we call it database, but it should be like computer. What I mean is, think about this operation. Whenever this user sends a signal that, hey, I'm submitting, this is my comment, then this system should understand this request, and he should do some operation inside of this computer, right? And after that, send some signal back, oh, I'm done. So what I mean here is this guy, the system, should be kind of computer, right? That means we need to have another computer to maintain this data, right? So here is requirements, a short requirements of database systems. One of the critical things is that this DBMS should always be ready for providing services. So what I mean by services here is that whenever user requests something, they should process something and respond to them. I'll call it this as service. Okay. So this DBMS should be always ready. That means our computer should never stop, right? It kept running, and whenever there is a request, they should deal with that request. So this is a requirement, and the other requirement could be DBMS should be easy to use, right? We are the user of the database system, which means that it should be easy to use for us. Okay, so DBMS should be easy to use, and more specifically, DBMS should be easy to get some value or store some value. Another thing is that DBMS should be consistent, right? We have several number of users, and all the users should see the same state of our system, of our data, right? So that this DBMS should guarantee that our data is kind of consistent to all the users. All right? And as we kind of heard before, there's lots and lots of different database systems, like Oracle, MySQL, Postgres, blah blah blah. We have lots of things, and you can imagine, are they gonna be same? Do you guys think these are all the same database systems? No, never. They are all different, right? Oracle, MySQL, Postgres, all different. And maybe they are designed for different purpose, right? So here, our topic Firebase is also a kind of database management system. And I think this is kind of optimized for two things. The first one is it is a real time. We'll get to it later. But the second one is it is really easy to use. So for setting up the database, at least you have a computer, right? And you should be ready for the services, whatever. So there's a lot of steps to establish your own database systems. But with Firebase, you can establish your own thing with just a few clicks. So that's why we are kind of using this Firebase for our class. And I'm pretty sure that in our design project, you guys are kind of requested to use the database system for your own database. But we have kind of strong suggestion that you guys should use Firebase, not the other database systems. Because we want you to spend much more time on the front-end side, like UI interaction side, instead of back-end. Like here, back-end is how to manipulate data, interact with data. These are not the focus of this, this class, right? The most important thing is that we need to design some mobile interaction or mobile interface. So please, you guys need to focus more on that side instead of this back-end side. All right? So we want you to use this Firebase only for managing your data. And if you have a strong reason to use other database systems, then please let us know. Okay? But it is highly suggested, highly recommended that you guys need to use Firebase. All right. So Firebase is a real-time cloud DBMS, and it is really easy to set up and use. So let's set up the Firebase for our own purpose. First of all, let's go to this Hyungyu.com today. Similarly, I will give you a skeleton of the code that you should fill in, and this is the skeleton. Hyungyu.com today. So, you guys see the skeleton code here? Yeah. I'll briefly explain what it does. So in the JS, there is something like Firebase initial. Just forget about that. So here, write to database. This is the function we need to fill in. Okay. So here, we're gonna put our comment value to our own database. Okay. After some step, each individual will have their own database. So you guys' database is going to be all different. Okay. So we will put this comment value to our own database. The function is called write to database and read from database. In this function, we will get all the values from our database, basically all the comments. Okay. And put all the comments into our tables. Okay. And there's initialize table, which I already wrote. So it basically clear all the rows here. This is what we exactly did in our previous tutorial. And at row, if you put the value, then it will just append a single row. And the comment is going to be value. Okay, so we're going to use this function to append a new comment. And by the event, we will attach an event when this button is clicked. Okay, but here we need to fill in this box. So whenever it is clicked, something should happen, right? So we need to fill in this part. Does it make sense to you? So basically, there are three things that fill in. Write something to database, read something from the database, and if click happens, you have to do something. 3 things to implement, all right? Okay, so these are about skeletons, and let's talk about the database. So let's go to firebase.google.com. And to proceed, you guys have to have a Google account. Yeah, this is a strong constraint. Is there anyone who has no Google account here? Yeah, 21st century, all right? So, yeah, let's sign in. And please make sure that you guys have to follow exactly the same thing. Okay? If you miss like one of the steps, then your database will not work. Right? So please concentrate on it. But it's not super complex. So let's get started. So here, this screen is saying Firebase console. Here, you can kind of manage your several different databases, basically several different Firebase projects. Okay, and here you have recent project. Yeah, I practiced 2 times, so it should work. Let's go to add a project, and you have to put the name. Let's say CS374 tutorial number 3. You can have your own name. And let's forget about locations here. And accept and create project. Is everything okay? So then now, you guys have your own database system with a few clicks. So what's happening is that here, you can think of it now you have a computer which which can deal with users' requests. Okay? And it is like running 24/7. It doesn't stop. So this is your database management system, and how to access it. This is the problem, right? In our JavaScript code, we should be able to access to our own database, right? And here's the thing: you can see this icon, iOS, Android, and this is the icon of JavaScript. This thing, and there's something. So here, what it is saying is copy and paste the snippet below at the bottom of your HTML before other JavaScript tags. So what you need to do is that I already pasted this, so you don't have to do it. But here we have config variable. So please copy this and paste here. Bar config, like this. You can see here there's lots of string, right? Like API key, domain, URL. Let's forget about this. These are super complex. But one thing, so yeah, these are all needed. So here by specifying this config variable, you can now you are able to access your own database. And if I give my own config file to you guys, then you guys now can, can access to my own database. Okay, so you can think of it as a key to access your database. And now, by using this Firebase.initialize app, this object is going to be this object is going to be your database system. All right. So with this variable, you can manipulate your data. But here is something really necessary. Let's go to here on the left side. There's authentication, database, storage hosting, blah, 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 and analytics, blah, 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 right? It means the Firebase is not just a simple storage for you guys. It actually can do a lot of different things. It can calculate some meaningful values out of your numbers, for example. It does a lot of different things. And first of all, the most important thing is authentication. So here, database is really sensitive to security thing. So you can specify who can access my data and who cannot. This is about authentication. And here, let's go to sign in method. Since it is practice, so in the bottom we have anonymous, and I will enable it, which is very terrible thing. So what that means is anyone in the world can access to my database, and they can manipulate my data whenever they want. In the real world, you should not do it. But in this project, yeah, please. It is the simplest way of manipulating the data. Okay, now anyone can use my database, and let's go to here, database. Are you guys following me? Yeah, these are the scripts, right? So here, let's create database. And what this is saying, start in locked mode and start in test mode. What do you think? Test. And here, warning, anyone with your database reference will be able to read or write. Terrible, but okay. Does everyone see this on your computer? Okay. So on the top, we have Cloud Firestore. And if you click it, there is a real-time database. These are kind of two different things. So we're going to use real-time database. And ta-da! This is my data. So let's say I want to click plus here, and my name, if you add, it seems like something happens, right? So here, what's happening is that this is our database, and it shows all the data inside of this database, okay? And there's only one data. My name is equal to my name, okay? And it seems like it is kind of dictionary structure in the Python, right? It is exactly the same. This format is JSON. There is key value, okay? So you can access your value through the key, okay? So what happens is that once you request some data from this database, then in your JavaScript, some variable will get the data, right? Then the format is going to be dictionary. Exactly this format, okay? So these are the way we are manipulating some data. We can add some remove data here manually, right? And let's go to rules. This is the last step. This is also another kind of security thing. You have to change this as true and publish. Now your database is completely vulnerable. Who cares, right? We have nothing. Now we are able to use our database. Okay, these are the steps to enable your database. Okay, so if you miss just a single step, you cannot use your database. All right. Can I move on? So now in the code we have config file which specifies our database system. So what we have to do is now think about how to write some values to our database, how to read something from our database, something like that, right? And in this project, what I want to do is like this. I will say comment box, and also you can specify the structure. If you click this add tile, then you can basically specify another layer here. And comment 1 comment is gonna be hi. So this is the way we are going to store our comments. These are the structure that we should follow. Okay? Is everyone okay with this? So you put enter, then it's going to be created. And also, so this comment 1 is going to contain one comment. And if you want to put another comment, then you have to specify like my comment 2, and the comment value is another comment. Then this is going to be another comment. You understand the structure? Okay. What if I want to specify another comment? Should I add something here? In the comment box, we have to create something, and inside of it, we have to say comment is something. Right? So these are the structure we have to follow. And let's talk about the code. So here, as you experienced before, this is JavaScript, which means there are tons of different methods that you even cannot remember at all, right? So here, I will also let you know what these methods are. So first of all, let's write something to our database. To do that, I'll go say var ut is firebase.database.reference. These are quite long. But it is kind of intuitive, right? In the Firebase, there is a database. In the database, there is specific location that I want to put something, right? So this is exactly the directory structure. So in the comment box, and push, this is something we can understand. So what the push does is that, so here one thing you can observe is to add a comment. Here you have to make something here. And inside of it, you have to have comment value, right? But this name doesn't have to be something, really formatted, right? It can be just a random string, right? So here, what this push does is that it just creates some random value here. Okay. And what I want to do is first create something here, and inside of it, I will put this comment value. Does it make sense? So push will let you make something here. In the comment box, we made something here, right? In the comment box, make something. And what we have to do is inside of this new key, we have to specify comment is something, right? To do that, new key dot set. This method will let you create some new object, but we haven't specified its content, right? To do that, we will specify dictionary. So this is the notation of dictionary, and what do you think I have to specify here? Comment is going to be comment. Sorry for confusion. This is a key, and this is the value. That's it. Now we can store our data in our database. And then move on. And how to read. So it seems reading could be easy as writing, but actually it is quite complicated. So please follow this. I will return firebase.database.reference comment box once value function snapshot. That's okay. So it looks weird, right? It returns something. It doesn't look like it is reading some value from the database, right? So here, something really, really hard to understand comes. So in the Firebase, the reading is asynchronous. You guys know the difference between synchronous and asynchronous? Yeah, briefly, simply speaking, synchronous means you are waiting for this to be finished. But in our kind of execution model, we sequentially execute each instruction, right? But the browser wait for it to be finished, right? And then move, finish, move, right? These are synchronous. They are waiting for it to be finished. But for reading, it is asynchronous, which means that it is not waiting for it to be finished. Okay? This is, you have to remember. These are asynchronous. I'll get to it later. So what it does is that it just requests, this statement is just requesting for reading some data. So it is just shouting out, oh hey database, please get some data for me. And without response at all. Just speaking up. Okay? Then what happens is just after speaking, it executes other instructions without getting any data at all. Then what if a response comes back? Here is the function. It's going to be executed. Okay. And the snapshot, sorry. Is the third? Okay. Yeah. will contain the value from the database. You know what I mean? So, inside a function, we will specify the instructions that should be executed once we have the data. Okay. So, for my value is going to be snapshot.val. Then, now the data is ready here. So we put the data to my value. And what do you think the format of the my value is? Yeah, JSON, dictionary. Okay, so let's see my value here. Then you can open the console here. It's not working. So here we got an object. This is the result of this. This is the result of this instruction. And what we've got is here comment 1, line comment 2. And if you open it, comment hi, comment another comment. That means we successfully load our data from our database. Is that working for you guys? No? Not working? Please come to me after class. It's going to be very complicated. So if you follow this, it should work. Is there anyone who is working? Yes, someone is working.
세미콜론 안 먹었습니다. 콜론이. 이건 뭐 할게요? 192. 나는 윈도우 쓰면 192.
Please type exactly the same thing here.
쓰고 잘 되는지 확인하는.
Who need help? Raise your hand. Wow, a lot of you. Okay, yeah, but please double check whether your code is exactly the same. I think it will take huge amount of time. So I will upload this code to our Slack, so you can so that you can follow it. But make sure that you guys put this value and wrote down exactly the same code. I will upload it. So yeah, you don't have to do this all. So anyway, let's proceed then. So now we have code for writing to the database and code to read some data from our database. And there's one more thing to do. In the bind event, so this function, what this function does is whenever click happens, then we should do something. Right? So here is our console. So here is our website. So think about it. I first type something here, and I click it. Then what should happen? What? Yeah. First, we have to read string here, right? We have to read string here, this into our table. That's it, right? But there's one more thing. Well, yeah, we should put this string into our database as well. Make sense? So, first, we are going to read value in this box. To do that, here, var my value is input box dot value. So here the ID is input box, so it will give this string. And if my value is non-empty, could be empty, I can just click it, right? So if it is non-empty, then I will do something. So here, that means we have something in the box. So what should we do? First, what? Display. To where? To there, right? Which function we should use? Sorry? We had function exactly to do that. Add row. We had such a function. So we're going to use add row. And okay, so it will go to here. And what's another thing? What's another thing to do?
Clear the text box?
Clear the text box. Yes, we have to clear this. Yeah, this is something we can do very as a mistake here. Anyway, so we have to clear this box. And what's the next? Write this to the database. So 3 steps. Display here, clear this, and write it to the database. So first of all, add row my value. Then it will pass this string to this table. And now I will put this data into our database. Then which function that I can use? Write to database, yes. And the next step is clear the input box. Input box dot value is empty. So yeah, there are 3 steps. It's not finished yet. Is that okay for you? Yeah, I'll upload this code, so don't worry about it. And in the reading, here we get the data, but we did nothing. So think about it. Now we have data from the database. Then what we have to do? Sorry? Yes, that should be displayed here, right? After reading, we should put this into the table. So, to do that, but here my value is the dictionary, so it is quite tricky to do that. It is not very hard, but just it is tricky. So first, I will get all the keys. First, I will get all the keys of my value, and I will iterate each key. And while iterating it, I will get the comment. So here for I will iterate the list of keys current key is key list I. So then now I have key. Then what I have to do? Sorry, speak up. Add row. What should be there? My value, current key, and what? Dot comment. Well, something is here now, since it is working, but we also have to initialize our table first. So you first initialize the table and put all the data to our table. So this is the end. Don't worry, I'll upload this. So let's review. First of all, we specified our database information here on the top, and we wrote the function to write something on our database, right? Here, what it says is Firebase database reference. So in this location, we will add a new key, and on that key will contain comment. Right? So this is a statement for writing or putting some data to our database. And this is reading. I said it is quite unintuitive, right? Because it is asynchronous call. So this statement is just shouting out to our database, hey, please get some data. Then, after the data is ready, the function is going to be executed. And we're going to first initialize the table and add all the comments. And also in the event, when we click submit button, then we first read value of this box. And if it is not empty, then we're going to add this into our table. And we will also put this value into our database, and we're going to make it clear. 3 steps. So let's see how it works. So hi, another comment. This is my new comment. Then submit. Then this is appended. Also, our database should be changed, right? So the comment was, this is my new comment. So here, something was created. This is my new comment. In this way, we can put some value to our database. Okay. All right, we have 7 more minutes, so this is basically the end, but I will quickly move on. And also, you can see that whenever the code is refreshed, like if we modify some code, then it's going to be refreshed, but still there is a content, right? But can you see the slight delay? Dun, dun. There's a slight delay, right? Why?
Fetching is asynchronous.
Sorry, what?
Fetching is asynchronous.
Asynchronous, right? So first, we are just shouting out, but there is some time to get the data. Okay? So that's why, so the asynchronous call causes this kind of situation, which is not a problem, but there is such a situation. Okay, so I want to quickly wrap up. Yeah, so these are the tutorial of Firebase. I will upload this code to our Slack so that you can try your own with your own database. But here, one thing you guys have to remember is that it's asynchronous, the existence of asynchronous execution. So the browser does not wait for the task to be finished. So let's say there's a code like this. So x is initially 1, and let's say this get value from database takes 30 seconds, and it gives 3 to x. And we print the value of x. Then if it was synchronous, what happens is that first x is there, and we will wait for 30 seconds, right? And after that, it will get 3, and 3 is going to be printed, right? But with asynchronous execution, no. We don't wait for 30 seconds. We just move on. And x is going to be something returned from this function. We don't know. But it doesn't necessarily to be 1. Okay. This is the asynchronous execution that you guys have to understand. And it makes you a huge difficulty. The asynchronous execution is useful for better user experience because user don't have to wait for 30 seconds with a static UI, right? If the code is waiting for something, then user cannot do something, right? So it is better for user experience, but the implementations with this asynchronous execution is going to be very difficult. So you guys have to think very carefully. You guys will experience it. Yes?
So in this application, you can only read the comments of someone else when he writes a comment. But can we have it so when someone else writes a comment, we can see it on the screen without writing the comment?
Good question. So Firebase is we'll get to it. Firebase is a real-time database. I emphasized it before, right? So we can immediately see changes whenever it's been made. So let's say you two guys are seeing the same database. Okay, this is okay. So seeing same database. But what if this person updates some value here? Let's say this person added a comment. All right. Then here the fact is they are seeing the same database. So maybe if they read at the same time, then they can see all the comments, the most up-to-date comments, right? But it doesn't mean this person B's website is automatically updated. You know what I mean? So let's say this person A are seeing the website, and this person B is also seeing website, but those two websites are sharing the database, okay? And this person A appended a new comment. Then this database is going to be updated, right? But it doesn't mean this website is going to be updated, right? It should be static because this person B is doing nothing. There should be no change here. You know what I mean? Okay, person, website, and database. This person A updates the value in the database. That doesn't mean this website is going to be changed. Okay? But his question was, is it possible to make it, right? Am I understood correctly? Yeah. That's a strong point of Firebase. So, let's say this person A added hello here. Doesn't mean this person B's website is going to update it. The database is up to date, but unless this person read value up here, this person cannot access the up-to-date value, right? But with Firebase, you can very easily implement this update. That's one of the very strong points of Firebase. And what if we all together see the same database and this kind of thing happens? This is a completely real-time bulletin board. Whenever a person, updates or appends some comment, then you guys all immediately see the update. And let's try things out. Yahoo.com idea. I hope it is working. So this is my database. So C, you do nothing. Well, it is automatically updated. Yes. And please do not troll. Okay. You see? I know. This is false. But note that the only difference here is that this is on, not once. In our previous code, it was once, but now it is on. This is the only difference. The only 2-character difference makes a huge impact. So what's actually happening is that whenever some changes has been made in our database, this function is going to be called. Okay? So that means whenever someone updates some value, then there's a change, then this function is going to be executed all the time. Okay? So this is very interesting thing in Firebase. You can, with this feature, you can implement a truly real-time, application. All right? Does it make sense to you? But you don't have to, you don't need to use this exactly, feature to your design project. But one thing you have to remember is that Firebase has this kind of feature. So maybe in the future, you guys probably need something related to that. By the way, it is really hard to implement without Firebase. It is going to be really hard. But with Firebase, we can just do it with just a simple statement. So in the future, if you need something related to that, then you can think of using Firebase. All right? So this is the end of our class.